1.
Okay, so the question is, if you have 1/4 of a pint and you have 2 glasses, how much of a pint is in each glass? So, just using models, I could try to visualize this. I could say, all right, well, here's a container with my 1/4 of a pint. I'm going to pretend that this whole thing is worth 1 pint. If I wanted to represent 1/4, how many pieces do I need to split this pint into? Very good. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1/4, 2/4, 3/4, 4/4. 4 divided by 4 is going to be 1 whole pint. Now, to represent 1/4, what do I need to shade in? Just 1. But then I know that I've got how many glasses? Yep. So I know that this one piece here, half of it needs to go in this glass, half of it needs to go in that glass. What's the easiest way to divide something in 2? Just draw a line through half of it, right? So this half is going to go right here, and that half is going to go right here. The question is, what is this amount? Well, I know that I had 1/4, 1/4, 1/4, 1/4. Now, this whole thing represents 1 pint, right? So how much, the question is, how much, what's the size of each one of these pieces? 1/8, because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pieces total. Now, if just this one piece is going to this glass, and just this one piece is going here, that's going to be 1/8 and 1/8. How else could I write this using math? I could think of, I know that I'm going to be subtracting off pieces repeatedly. Subtracting repeatedly is the same as doing what operation? Division. Very good. So if I could write this question as 1/4 pint is being divided by 2. So 1/4 divided by 2, I showed using models, is equal to 1/8. I could also think of it as I'm only taking half of 1/4, because the question was how much goes into each cup. How many cups did I have?
2.
So each cup just gets half of. Remember what I said last year with multiplication? Anytime I take 1/2 of something, that's the same as doing what math operation? Of means multiplication. So 1/2 of 1/4 is equal to, whenever I multiply fractions, that's the easiest thing because we just multiply across. Remember the song, multiplying fractions, multiply across, multiply across? That one? So what's 1 times 1? What's 2 times 4?
8.
Okay, and I still have my pint. So the answer is each cup gets 1/8. 1/8. So let's look at a different example. It says I have, let me make this a little bigger for you guys. And maybe too big. There we go, happy medium. So it says 8 gallons of batter are poured equally into 4 bowls. How many gallons of batter in each bowl? So what are some important numbers that I need to write down? What am I sharing?
8 gallons.
So I can write down 8 gallons and 4 bowls. Is everyone writing down 8 gallons, 4 bowls? So 8 gallons, 4 bowls. How much is in each bowl? Well, am I taking, is each bowl getting a full 8 gallons? No, it's only getting 1/4, because how many times do I have to split it?
4 times.
Yes, because I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4 bowls. This bowl's going to have 1/4 of 8 gallons. This bowl's going to have 1/4 of 8 gallons. This bowl's going to have 1/4 of 8 gallons. That bowl's going to have 1/4 of 8 gallons. The question is how much goes inside each one? Well, Well, I know that each one gets 1/4 of 8. What does of mean again? Yes, so I say 1/4 of 8 gallons. So what is 1 times 8? And then I know that I multiply across. How can I rewrite this 8 as a fraction? 8 over 1. So 4 times 1 is? So each of these bowls will get 8/4 of a gallon. If I said 8/4 of a gallon, that doesn't really make sense. How can I simplify that fraction? Ozil? I could divide by 2. I can also divide by 8 or 4. What's 8 divided by 4?
2.
And then 4 divided by 4 is? So my simplified answer would be 2 gallons. Let's stop and see if that makes sense. If this was 2 gallons, 2 gallons, 2 gallons, 2 gallons, what is 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2?
Miss Jones, come by the office, please. Miss Sheila Jones.
So this answer makes sense. Another way I can think about this, I use multiplication, okay? I could say, what is 8 gallons divided by 4 bowls? So the answer is just going to be 8 divided by 4. I can also think of it as a fraction. Because remember, anytime that we have division, I can express this as a fraction. The number that comes first goes on top. 8 gallons divided by 4 bowls. Wait a minute, that looks familiar. Didn't we just do that? We just did that up here with our multiplication. So our multiplication and our division are basically going to be the same thing.